Hey guys, this is Aiden, and today we're gonna have comparison video between Sharp by Design Mini Tempest and TW Price Dawn. So I haven't really reviewed the Mini Tempest yet, although I've had it for about like 4 months now. And Mini Tempest I already reviewed, did like a short-term review slash overview. But I mean, I guess I've had this knife for a little longer, and then I've been playing with it. I've used this, so I think this is like this will be like pretty fair comparison. I've definitely used this recently a lot too. It's been one of my favorite carry. I'll probably have like a full review on this soon. But yeah, let's do like a comparison real quick, because these knives are just so similar, but in a way, not really. So let's get to it. All right, so I've made this chart. We'll go over design, ergo, material, cutting, finish, deployment slash fidget, carry, action, price, and total. All right, so first, design. I actually like, well, when I first saw the Mini Tempest, obviously it reminded me of the custom. I'm pretty sure this is pretty faithful to the custom. It's just slightly smaller. Although it's called Mini Tempest, I think I remember saying in one of my introduction video where I had this knife, it's not very mini. It's got the 3.5-inch blade. I think overall it's like close to 8, and then this comes a little shorter. Yeah, Mini Tempest definitely has longer cutting edge and longer overall lengths compared to Dawn. But and then the blade to handle ratio on Mini Tempest is a lot better too. So which I like. I like that just great blade to handle ratio, although a lot of my favorite knives are just terrible with that. This definitely has really great the ratio compared to the Dawn, but overall design, I actually do like the Dawn better. Like when I saw both of these knives for the first time on like Instagram, Dawn was just more attracting to me. I was just more attracted to the design of the Dawn. I think this is like one of the best looking knife design I've ever seen. That's why, although I knew this had like a thinner stock, which you guys know, I enjoy like thicker, just beefier knife compared to this. But just when I saw this, I just had to grab one. The design just, I don't know, it just really just felt right to me. And then I got one, it just felt amazing. So Mini Tempest still great design, but unfortunately when I was picking this one up, I couldn't find the drop point anywhere. Only available at the time was the clip point for me. So unfortunately I had to grab the clip point, and it's not my favorite like knife blade shape compared to like a drop or some other like a spear point. But that's that. If this was a drop point, it might have been really tough, but for design, I do have to give it to the Dawn. So I'll mark Dawn 1 and Tempest 0. All right, next, Ergo. All right, so for the Ergo, I think the Mini Tempest definitely wins here. So this, I mean, somewhat has to do with the fit and finish, I guess, with the Riot. The Mini Tempest is a production version of Brian Nadeau's custom Tempest. and they just made it like a little smaller than a full size. But yeah, with the Riyadh's production, I've actually never handled their any of their other knives. This is actually my first Riyadh, but just with their just fit and finish, just everything. I know there's like a some nicks, but that's done by me. It didn't come factory like that. But yeah, fit and finish. I mean, it has to do with fit and finish. It's just, I think the contouring and just everything just so nicely smoothed out. Just feels so great in your hand. So I think the Ergo definitely wins over the Mini Tempest wins over the Dawn. I mean, Dawn, it's done by Best Tech, and they did a great job. I mean, I did my review video on it, but it's just doesn't feel as good as the Mini Tempest in your hand, especially when you like just fully grip it. And with the spine too. I know the Mini Tempest has like a thicker blade stock, so when you just rest your thumb on the spine of the blade, it just feels nicer compared to the Dawn, where it's just skinnier, and then it also has that swedge going on, so it makes that spine even thinner, and it's just not as comfortable to really rest your thumb here. Although this is not really my preferred grip. I usually just grab it use pinch grip, or yeah, like a hammer grip when I'm just cutting boxes or packages. So the Ergo goes to Mini Tempest. And next, material. So material wise, I mean, this is more expensive knife, guys. The Dawn I picked up for about like $280 on the pre-order, and then Mini Tempest I got it. I picked it up on a Knife Center for after tax for about $400. I know this thing retails for like $380, I think, or $370, somewhere around. But I mean, I paid $400 for it, and I paid like just under $300 for this. So the material, obviously, it's got the titanium scale with the carbon fiber inlay. Mine's just a regular carbon fiber. I know there's like marble carbon fibers out there, but this is the only version that I was able to pick up at the time, and I'm happy with it. I bought it, and yeah, although I'm not like a big fan of bolster lock, I know some people do prefer it over just regular full-on like a frame lock. I'm not like a huge fan of like the bolster or like a inlays. I prefer just full tie. But even after that, considering that, I mean, I have to give the material to Mini Tempest. They both have M390 blade. I don't really know the heat treat on either of these, but I mean, I've been using it both. Had no issues with the steel. But just if we're just solely comparing the material, I have to give it to Mini Tempest because, I mean, obviously more work has gone into it to set the inlay and just different materials, you know. This is full titanium with the titanium collar, which is a nice touch, although I would have preferred just regular just non-anodized collar, but yep. And then this has just titanium carbon fiber and M390. But yeah, I do have to give the material to Mini Tempest. All right, for cutting, Mini Tempest, no doubt. I mean, the Dawn. Got it mixed up. The Dawn, yeah, wins on cutting, no doubt. The thickness behind the edge on the Dawn is what makes it just really shine for me. Every time I just cut boxes with it, and also I know I still haven't done it. I just been getting lazy and haven't really put my KME edge on it yet, but I will one day, maybe soon. But even with the factory edge, it still just cut so much nicer than the Mini Tempest. Although the Mini Tempest, the factory edge came in so nice. The Riyadh, I guess this is like the Riyadh's edge. And then this is actually the best factory edge that I've seen in knives. For the best deck, the factory edge wasn't as nice, but the grind, I mean, they're both flat grind. They're not hollow. One's not hollower over the other, but the thickness behind the edge, the way they ground it, it's just so thin, and geometry cuts, guys. And this, it's just a better slicer, better cutter. Even with the Mini Tempest having nicer cutting, factory cutting edge, the Dawn definitely wins over that. And I'm sure if I gave both of them the same like KME edge, the Dawn will win any day of the week. Yeah, has to do with the behind the edge thickness. This is not the sliciest knife I own. It's not the thinnest stock, and then the behind the edge thickness it's not bad, but it's just not as thin as Dawn. And finish. I mean, obviously this knife costs about $100 more, and the price really shows on this. The fit and finish on Mini Tempest definitely wins over the Dawn. Although I'm not saying the Dawn isn't any like the production on these is just really nice, but I've already had one issue with it. But I mean, thanks to Tyler at TW Price Design, I contacted him through IG, and then we just fixed the issue real quick. And I thank him for that, but it did come with a slight flaw that I had to fix my own. But this one, Mini Tempest, just came out of the box perfect, just perfection. Yep. Yeah, and even it just shows on the handle too, mostly on the handle and clip, and just, yeah, it just feels nicer. Everything's just so smoothed out. There is one, but we'll get to that later. One harsh spot, which is the clip. But yeah, other than that, just everything just feels in your hands so much nicer. And fit and finish, obviously the inlay on this is just crazy. You don't even, it's really difficult to even feel the transition from the carbon fiber to titanium. I know this is the bolster lock, and then there's some gap, but this is needed for to have the lock bar kind of move around. But yeah, so fit and finish, Mini Tempest wins. All right, so next, deployment and fidget. So this is another thing that I regret, getting the clip point on Mini Tempest. I believe, and well, I know that the drop point has the cutout or the little fuller slightly higher up, so it's easier to middle finger or reverse flick compared to this clip point, which the fuller just sits lower, and then it's just really difficult for me to reverse flick. I can do it, but it just takes me a lot of effort to do. But front flipping action is just amazing. It's just, I would have preferred, you see, I can't even really get it now. Yeah, I really have to try to get it. If not, it just hurts my finger too much. I have to really dig deep into it. to reverse flick. So, I mean, I haven't handled the drop point, so I don't know how that feels. But for clip point, the reverse flick is not really an option for me. So it's pretty much only has the one deployment option, which is the front flip. Or, I mean, you can do like a reach around. That works fine too, but I just front flip it. And for the Don, this fuller on the Don is just done amazingly. You can thumb flick it, you can front flip it, you can do the reach around, or obviously do this and reverse flick. Just so many ways to deploy this knife. It's crazy, actually. This is one of my favorite knife to like fidget with right now, and I love it. I'm not a big fan of flipper. I always say that on my videos, and thank God neither of these knives have flippers. And yeah, but any other deployment options, the Dawn wins. It would have been probably close if I had the drop point for the Mini Tempest, but since I don't, I mean, I gotta just do with what I have. So on deployment, the Dawn wins. All right, moving on to the carry. So this is a bit of a tough one for me, actually. So for the carry, I really love the design or the look of this pocket clip. And I mean, this is the pocket clip on Dawn is nice, but I would just prefer it like slightly shorter, you know? I love this, like the thickness of it, but I just wish it was a little shorter. So when I put it in my pocket, like this whole thing isn't sticking out, you know? But I love the size of the pocket clip, but this definitely is a hot spot. That is actually quite pointy, so you do feel it in your hand. It's not like a big hot spot or anything, but I definitely feel it, especially like when I use it, it just kind of pokes me. And also when I try to put this in my pocket, there's not a lot of like a gap to it. It's not the easiest thing to really just shove it in your pocket, especially when I wear my uniform. The pocket, it's like kind of like double layered. So when I try to like shove it in, I always just have difficult time just getting it under the pocket. Whereas the Dawn has like a nice, I guess, like a build to it. And I actually do really enjoy carrying this knife in my pocket. It goes in and out just so smooth. There's like a little flat spot under the pocket clip that makes it just super easy to put it in and out compared to the Mini Tempest. I mean, there's no like texturing or anything underneath the pocket clip on Mini Tempest, but it's just difficult for me to just really just shove it in compared to the Dawn. Although I like the design better on the Mini Tempest, I do have to give it to Dawn for carry. All right. And the action. So, although they're just, I enjoy fidgeting with the Dawn. As much as I do like fidgeting with it, the action is just, I kind of wish it was a little more like a drop shutty. It's more of a shake shut, mostly due to how light the blade is, so I can't really complain too much about it. But the Mini Tempest with the Riots, I mean, the Brian Nadeau has his like own detent system, and that just works perfectly on this. And there's no like that second that detent. I forgot what it's called, but there's that where for the Dawn, it kind of gets stuck on that first. I mean, a lot of knives with just regular detent bowl has that, unless you make like a really nice like what do you call it, the detent ramp. But this knife doesn't have any detent ramp. So, I mean, I usually just drop it on my thumb like this, so it's not that big a deal. But with the Brian Nadeau's little detent system, there's no that secondary like a detent. It's just as soon as you like disengage, the knife just so smooth, it just drops shut. And it just feels so much smoother, just more quality, I guess, compared to Dawn. Also because of the thinness of the blade, it just feels more like tinny, I guess. I don't know if you can hear like the sound, but it's more of like a click, like a higher pitch click, and the Mini Tempest is more like a thunk. So I actually do enjoy the sound of that more than the Dawn. So I have to give the action to the Mini Tempest. And lastly, the price. So like I mentioned before, this was about $280, $290, and this was the retail $370 something. So about 100 bucks difference. Is this really worth $100 more than Dawn? I don't know. I can't say for sure. I mean, the fit and finish is definitely there, but there's just a lot of positive on this too. I think for the money, Dawn is just a better bet. Also, this knife is discontinued. I know Brian Nadeau only does like a just few drops of his like production models too. So I don't know if he'll ever make this again. But yeah, I'm sure you can find some on the secondary market, but if you want to just buy from those big like a dealer or anything, you're not gonna have any luck finding those. For the Dawn, I mean, there was just a pre-order that just dropped last year, December of last year, and then if you haven't hopped on it, I know Tyler just recently did like a few days ago or like last week that he did like he's on his website, he dropped a few that you can just purchase. I don't know if there's any leftover, but I know he will do more runs of this. So availability is definitely there. The price is better. Materials about the same, you know, excluding that CF the inlay, but for the money, I mean, same blade steel, titanium. I think the Dawn wins. You save like $100 and just get like a really nice knife. So yeah, price, I will have to give it to the Dawn. So total, Dawn has 5 points and Mini Tempest has 4. So yeah, I guess conclusion, the Dawn wins by 1 point. I know I've only made it to like the 9 categories, but I didn't want to make it like a 10, stretch it out and have like a tie or something. Yeah. I do like Dawn slightly more, to be honest. I don't know if I'll like keep the Mini Tempest for like as long as I've had it. I might just sell it on secondary. If I had the drop point, I probably would have kept it. But since this is a clip point and it's just not my favorite blade shape, I might just sell it one day. Who knows? It just feels so nice though with that Brian Nadeau detent system. The front flipping it is just such a joy. But I kind of wish with this detent system, I think I'm just really mad at myself for not picking up the Evo Typhoon, where it has like a regular flipper. And with the detent system, I think the regular flipper would just work so much better than the front flipper. I know it was never really meant to be. I mean, I don't know. I can't really say for sure. I'm not Brian, so it's just I think the detent would work better on regular flipper than as a front flipper. Although the front flipper definitely works, I don't think it's necessary to have front flipper that detent system. I think as a front flipper, just like a lighter and crisper detent works better. And same with like a reverse flick as well. If it's just like a regular flipper or like it only had like a thumb stud or anything, I would love this detent system, where it's like more of like I don't know, like it's just really smooth, but it doesn't have that crisp break. It's like a kind of like a soft, I don't know how you just have to like experience it. It's like, it's not mushy, but it would feel really good as a flipper. I've never experienced Evo Typhoon, that's why I made it myself, but yeah, as a front flipper, I don't think it's really necessary to have this type of detent, but just a regular like ceramic ball detent, that like nice and crisp break, just works so great on the on the Dawn as a front flipper and a reverse flick, as well as the thumb flick. So I prefer personally the Dawn better. Even after this comparison, I mean, I kind of knew it before, but yeah. So there was a quick comparison between Sharp by Design Mini Tempest, designed by Brian Nadeau, and TW Price Dawn, designed by Tyler Price. Let me know what you guys think about these two knives on the comment section. And shout out to Outdoor Craftsman for I mean, he already has the comparison video posted, so he kind of beat me to it. But he kind of like really just made me just do this like comparison video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys have a nice day. Thank you.